Hello and welcome to Toast Talk 95, District 95's very own podcast on showing you the volunteers behind the District 95 Toastmasters. Today we are honored to have Claes Palm, who is, first thing we should celebrate is the Outstanding Toastmaster 2324. So congratulations, Claes. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us. And I know it's not a small honor. It takes a lot of work and people who go above and beyond the basic requirements. And as you can see, it gives me a great pleasure because he's the past division director as well from my division, and he's also the club treasurer, new club sponsor, which is now a club that we will talk about later, and is all in full fledged. And he's also club mentor. So once again, thank you for joining us, class.
Thank you very much. Nice that you suggested us to meet, and finally we were able to have this call as I'm
Yes.
traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's not been easy because I think we've been talking about it for about 3 months now, and
Mm,
class has been and surprising me with his locations whenever I talk to him with the time difference. So, class, this is a very basic question that I ask everyone, but
yes.
everybody will be interested to know, where do you currently live? And I'll add on to this question, where are you currently?
Yes. So I'm living, or not at the moment. I'm staying usually in Stockholm, Sweden, and we have our club, Stockholm Toastmasters, my home club, but also it's the other Toastmaster clubs in Stockholm. Right now, I'm in a working booth in a capsule hostel in Tokyo, in Japan. So I just
Nice.
arrived with a ferry from the north of Japan, 18-hour ferry, and where it's been colder, probably the same temperature back as in Stockholm. And now, when I went off, it was above 20 degrees, so I don't need the gloves longer. And yeah, so this is where we are right now.
Fantastic. So you're on a tour of Asia. How does that come about? Because that's also an important part of
Mm,
being a Toastmaster, of
mm,
exploring new people and getting to know new people and exploring new cultures and locations. It just
mm.
builds it in our volunteer work or our club attendance.
Mm.
What do you think?
Yes, it's one of the best parts of our organization is the big global family. So I was in Indonesia a month ago. I started there, and I attended one of the clubs in an area called Sanur. And what's so beautiful is that it's familiar. You know how it's done. The agenda is pretty much, there's some tweaks on it. The roles are the same, and I can step in with my experience and my perspective. I was the general evaluator, which they often appreciate when a person from another club comes in, and especially from another country, that these persons take the general evaluator and then give a fresh perspective to how the club meeting was. And I've done this before a few years back. I did it in Hanoi and Saigon in Vietnam, and in Bangkok. The beautiful thing is that immediately you get friends. You have
Yeah.
something in common, and all over the world, maybe the common denominator is something about personal growth and curiosity, moving out of your comfort zone, as it can be, to do public speaking, and being vulnerable, and also be having the ability to practice the ability um, to get better at giving evaluations. And then afterwards you get some local touch, and then maybe you go out to eat or drink afterwards, and you have now a network of people in this city where you've never been before, just by visiting a meeting that lasts a couple of hours.
That is true. It is like a global family. And if you want to learn networking, it's also an amazing opportunity. It helped me personally as
Mm,
well when I joined Oslo Toastmasters. It just fit like a glove, you know, the
mm,
people that have similar desires and have the understanding of creating an environment which is similar, familiar, and helpful to everyone who's participating. It's a very good experience. So
mm,
I know this is my favorite question that I'm about to ask you because there's always an interesting story. When was the first time you learned about Toastmasters, and how long
mm.
have you been a Toastmaster?
Yeah, so this was back in 2017, I believe, that I heard about it from the first time. I know I joined in January 18, but during the year before that, I had a friend, Thomas, in Stockholm that I studied with, who went to this club that I didn't know what it was. And I then felt a strong need to join, to practice, be more comfortable at work. We hold presentations, long presentations, lots of statistics and data, and I wanted to be more comfortable in holding those presentations. I like to speak, to hold a speech at a dinner, for example, but there were definitely opportunities to be more comfortable and like handle the nerves. So that was the main first intention to become more comfortable. And so I joined in January 2018. Walked up from this stairs in this building to the third floor, and I can see clearly those who greeted me at those meetings. At that meeting, I mean, still I know Daniel Levon, for example, a guy there who helped me where I should hang my coat, for
Hmm.
example. And my friend, when it was table topics, my friend under the table, like he knocked me a bit on my leg that I should raise the hand, go up, which I did. Then after that I was caught in the Toastmaster net,
Or hooked, as they say.
hooked. Yeah.
Yeah, it is like that. And if you enjoy speaking to people, if you have an objective of self-improvement,
Mm,
you believe in the philosophy of a lifelong learner, Toastmasters is an amazing opportunity to do that.
mm.
So, this is amazing that you are traveling, meeting worldwide Toastmasters, and your first meeting was fun to learn about. And just to add to what you talked about, can you just highlight what are the main benefits that you've experienced? I mean, maybe a story where being a Toastmaster helped you.
Yeah, yeah. There are several aspects of this, but okay. If you do table topic style, like I don't know the answers yet, and I can now internally feel a disappointment that they don't pop up. I'm just giving you a transparent picture of now what's going on in my head. I'm very curious.
Okay.
This is Toastmaster for me. Very conscious about my internal processes, especially when it comes to table topics and impromptu talking, and so one of the techniques when you don't know what to say, when you don't have everything prepared, like you're put in this situation where you're going to have an unprepared speech. One of the things is that when you start talking, your mouth is moving, associations will come and develop a speech for you. It is one of the techniques that we Toastmasters use. And so
Yeah,
I'll start then. I will just say that for example, at work, I love now presenting for our clients.
right.
For me now, it's more of a showbiz. Now I'm forward leaning instead of more over preparing. I go up to give to have fun, and I go in to on purpose to make people laugh a little bit and to remember, be pedagogic about all the data graphs I'm presenting. So for me, which job my work is, of course, a big part of life, as for everyone who's working. So that's one of the benefits. Then second, I think, is do the storytelling with friends. Story. If you come to a dinner, for example, and you're gonna tell an experience about how you struggled when you were trying to get to this meeting and the rain was pouring down and you were soaking wet, etc., etc. You have now, through Toastmaster, I have more of an ability to explain it more in an interesting way, so a more captive way. So people also listen to me more when I talk. So it's just not in presenting mode, but also in social settings. You become a better you become better at describing stories. The third thing would be, I mean, I connect. You get friends in this community that have good values, that align with my values, and it's people who can show vulnerability, people are interested in personal growth, and you can share. It's a bit of a diary, I would say. It's like writing a diary. Sometimes you can go up and hold a speech about a reflection you have, and people listen to you. Afterwards, you get good feedback, and it's a very positive, very strong feeling to be seen on when you're talking about something that is important to you. And also you have then the afterwards, maybe you go to a restaurant or pub and discuss this further.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go on, but it's also then listening to others, getting inspiration, checking in, seeing other people grow. It's one of the most beautiful things in Toastmasters, seeing people going from nervous to becoming more confident, shining on stage. Very beautiful, which I personally can get emotional about thinking about. That is the core of what we do. Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. The things that you pointed out, all three of them, are extremely important, and they just help nowadays when we're connecting with people, because it's different. Before, when we didn't have the perception of being connected all the time, right now, I think in the mentally, we are all connected in our minds, and we're all thinking that we're so close to each other, we don't bother to actually connect. And
Mm,
it's becoming hard to do things socially in person, and it's becoming easy to do it online. I can
mm,
understand the advantages, but this is something that Toastmasters has kept as something that you need to come online as well, and you need to be in person as well, which helps you speak, which helps you think about what you're going to talk about, and you connect with people more. I totally agree with you.
mm,
So, something that you've already done, I would like to ask, because every Toastmaster has the potential to be a club officer, but you're on your way to becoming a DTM, and for that, you need to be a club sponsor. So, how was that experience, being
mm.
a club sponsor? If you can shed some light on it.
I am still a club sponsor. We are still. I'm helping Scania, the truck company in the south of Stockholm, 1 hour, approximately 45 minutes south of Stockholm, and it also ties into what I've done before and during the autumn, which was club mentor of when I'm helping a club that was chartered, Equinor, to keep their momentum. Although I also had, this is formal terms, sponsor or mentor. Sponsor comes first when before it has been chartered, before it has been registered as a club. Mentor is afterwards. But basically these overlap, and I do the same things for both these. Um,
Yeah.
I would say that it has it's a very beautiful thing to help a new club. So if you look on the things that Toastmasters have given me and you and the other Toastmasters, to give that in a new to some new people where this would not have been um, existing before. So, for example, Stavanger, in this area, that company, now they have a strong Toastmaster club where people can now gain from these benefits that we spoke about, and grow as leaders and public speakers, and get a new friend network, basically. So I think those have, after 7 years of Toastmasters, club president. I've been vice president education. I've been club treasurer, area director, division director. Visited all clubs in Sweden in 1 year, and then in Norway. Just for me, that was a good moment just to take all that knowledge and just um, try to help new clubs. Like you come,
I think
I
that's
see
just,
myself more as a consultant now, Toastmaster
yeah,
consultant.
that's what is the spirit of being a volunteer. It's one thing that we learn as I learned as a child was whatever you like for yourself, you like for your siblings as well. So
Yeah,
it immediately, if you're hooked onto Toastmasters and you see the benefit to yourself, then you want to work and help everyone else. Why don't you join Toastmasters? It gets you like an excited schoolboy.
yeah,
And when you find some new thing and you want to tell all your friends, hey, have you done that? And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. Sometimes people are not happy about it. But here in Toastmasters, because there's so much of evidence right there, a person who, like Muhammad Khatani, used to stutter when he was a child, and then he becomes a world champion. Well, now it comes to that topic automatically, that we get to meet such great people like Dhananjaya and Katani. And now I'm excited to meet Jocelyn, who's going to be here for the conference, District 95's own conference. And it's going to be an amazing experience. And just to remind everyone, if you haven't bought your ticket, you should. And
yeah.
the conference is from 10th to 12th, and the current world champion, Dr. Jocelyn, will be there. She will be speaking and hosting the gala dinner.
Mm.
Sh- It's going to be an amazing experience. Don't miss out on it. And
Yeah, it's
in
a
the
beauty
end,
of connecting with others. It's from meeting Germans, people from Norway, Denmark. I've been the last 2 years. It's a great experience to go out from your club. Get meet
yeah.
some new people, no new Toastmasters. Yeah,
I mean, I remember, class, when you first time came to Oslo Toastmaster as division director. I had no idea what is a division director and then what's an area director, but it gives a perspective. Okay, this is something else. And when in May, the new team, May 2023, they visited Oslo. It was an amazing experience to meet the district division directors and the roles that they're going to have. I had no idea, and that's where I met them. And I know completely what you mean. Meeting new people, and how they interact, and everybody's agenda is the same, that we improve not only ourselves, but the people who we sit across and the people who are members of the club. And once you're in the club, it feels like this is it. I think, would you agree? When you're in the
yeah.
club, it's when you're just, this is it. But then when you understand, oh, there's an area competition,
Hmm.
and it was so much fun to be part of the area competition. And then if you get a chance, you win that, or you just want to attend the division conferences. Like, all division conferences are now over for District 95, so now all the champions have been selected, and now we go in for the district conference.
Yeah.
Can you share your experience? I understand that you set up the division conference last year, but your experience of attending a district conference, whichever you attended, what was the experience like? What did you learn from it? It will be amazing for our listeners and people who watch the podcast to learn about.
Yeah, so the division contests is okay. You start at club level, then you go to area level, which is clubs in your area. If it could be only in your city, but if you have few in your city, you extend it to more cities. And then division is the whole. It's in Sweden and Norway in my case, and then yeah, district where you can meet the Germans and the one from Denmark, and then you come streaming quarterfinal. Yes, I arranged the Swedish and Norwegian contest, and it's your question about the next step, the district, the
Yeah,
district.
your
Yeah,
experience
yeah,
of when you attended it.
yeah. My experience, I took the train as I usually do, and this ties into why I also am able to visit so many clubs. I was is that I can work remotely, and very convenient. I love working on trains undisturbed, so I took the train down from Stockholm, and yeah, coming down there, it is a bus. It happens something. You're connected to this WhatsApp account where only people who are gonna attend, and you start bing 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 bing, people, all this notification. People, right? I'm on the way, and they send photos. You maybe send a selfie when you're on the train. Someone sends they're on an airplane. Someone in the car. It
Yeah,
happens something. It's a it's a cool moment. Everyone is just going from all their clubs, their small cities or large cities, wherever they are, and now we're going to connect in one spot. So it builds up an excitement that I hadn't anticipated before. So just that first part is one really thing that a cool thing I appreciated. And then when you've checked into your hotel, you come down there, and it starts with this opening ceremony with back then, at the last time it was a CEO from our Toastmaster International CEO was there visiting. He also helped opening it up, and he has a session for all the first comers. And yeah, lunch, dinner. It's just very nice to connect and see these contests, participate in workshop, and see a city. You go not only for a conference, but you go also to do some sightseeing.
Yeah, exactly. And this time it's in Duisburg, and Duisburg, I recently went there when we were arranging in the planning strategic planning meeting, and the guys over there with Marcus and Guido, they've done a fantastic job. They've thought about everything, the hotels, the workshops. They're amazing workshops that you can attend, learning in
Mm,
English and in German. You want to
mm,
learn storytelling, you want to learn about how to promote your own company, and you want to learn about how to thrive after after you are in your survival mindset. And all of
mm.
those speakers will be speaking on that topic. It's not just going to be just a event that you attended. It's going to be an amazing learning experience as well. It starts off on Friday
Yeah.
in the morning, as you said, that it will have the session for the first timers and how they can get the most out of this. Then the opening ceremony, the evaluation speeches are on day one, English and German, and then the prepared speech German will happen on Friday. And then we have Saturday where we go with the table topics and the contest for English and German, and then we have the prepared speech for international championship, which whoever wins will actually proceed and will be considered to participate in the international championship, which is this year's 100th celebration in Anaheim in United States. And you can learn all about it from toastmasters.org. And on Sunday, it's going to be more of social activities. I've got my flight and ticket ready, and I know it will be a great experience if I get to see you as well. Whoever is going to come, I'm so excited about it. I can't stop talking about it. So I will stop and let class have the final word. So, what would you like to say to our viewers in the end? Any message?
Yeah, for me, it was if we're stepping into if you take a leadership role, most people
Yeah,
watching this maybe they have some on a district division area role. Um,
or a club
yeah,
officer role.
yeah, exactly. For me, we coming up for one of the I would say starting from now. This is the most crucial part of one of the most crucial parts of the whole year. It is finding your successors or
Right.
keeping people to stay on our club boards, because without club officers we don't have a club basically. So each year a club only lives 1 year at a time. So my club is the oldest one in the division. It's 41 years old. Each year there is a crucial moment that a new board should be formed. So how do we do this? So succession is important. It should not only be the last minute thing. It's something ongoing for the whole year, and it's about finding people that are motivated, or that that has the potential to understand the value of being a club officer. So try to find now leaders, try to find people that could enjoy being on our club officer boards. That's the most, and you can. I'm very interested in how to find leader. That was my main thing as a division director. How do we find people to help our clubs and to help other clubs who can come in and support clubs that are struggling? This is, I would say, the most the most important thing now, the upcoming 2 months before for June. Find leaders, encourage them, and have a dialogue with people. If they're not interested now, maybe they're interested in next year or the year after. Just go out there and have conversations with people. Don't wait last minute.
Exactly. And this is a very important point that class has highlighted. And it is the time of the year where Toastmasters leadership roles are required. And they could be at a club level where you take on club roles. They could be on an area level. They could be district level. It's division level and then district level. So all of these, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you say that just keep talking about it. People want to develop leadership skills. Immediately when you start speaking better, people have this perception that you have a leadership ability, and you do, because speaking in front of others is a leadership skill. Additionally, what you've rightly pointed out is that these roles give you that experience. I was just talking to Deepak and Ivan. Both of them had this opinion that if you start a club, it's like starting a company. You need to find the right people. You need to know where the money is going to come from. You need to know who to talk to. What's the international attachments that you can do? Who are the target audience? Because you can potentially market to the world, but a club is just as important for the city or for the area that you're in. And thank you for pointing that out, class. And this will really, really help remind everybody that it's, yes, it's the district conference season, but it's also election season and figuring out who's going to run the board. That's
Mm.
amazing. Thank you, class. And I hope that you have a safe journey ahead in Japan and wherever your next destination is. Have fun,
Mm.
and congratulations once again on being the outstanding Toastmaster of the year. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much for letting me be interviewed here. You're doing a great job, by the way. Love this.
Thank you
Love
very
this
much.
interviews.
Thank you very much. I had fun as well. So, everyone, I'd like to remind you about our district's goal, the slogan that we have, that is that you should always reach for your dreams. And remember, if you're in any of these places, Denmark, Faroe Islands, Germany, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, where this is District 95, and we'd love to get in touch with you and start a new club. So remember, reach for your dreams.
Yes.